And we come back into this kneeling position, knees under the hips, hands under the chest. So head aligned with the spine. Stabilize your scapulas, breathe in, open them. Stabilize your pelvis, breath out. Pull the abdomen in and the pelvic floor up. So here is me relaxing. Here's me stabilizing. Breath in, scapula. Breath out, pelvic floor. See? There's a little movement there for the pelvis. And then you exhale and move one arm and the opposing leg. Keep stabilizing. Use your breath. Breath in, upper body. Breath out, pelvic floor. Now do the other side. Breath in, upper. Breath out, lower. And now bring both knees and hands here. We are going to come up. So to come up, let's use the downward dog. So, or your inverted V. Inverted V. Do a little stretch. You can even pedal here a little bit. And then walk your feet forward towards your hands. You are in a forward bend. Notice in the forward bend how my knees are slightly bent. If I straighten it, I get too much of a flexion on my spine. So for some of us, we have to keep the knees slightly bent to have the hip hinge that I'm trying here. Once we start coming up, we're going to bring the head up, the chest up to stay stable through the spine. And I can do various things here. I can do a twist, keeping my spine stable, just rotating. So we keep actually the hip stable, and I'm rotating the rib cage or moving through the scapulas and not through the hips now. Shoulder and scapulas and rib cage. Hips are stable. Nice. From here we can come up into a nice standing position. On the standing positions we can do some balance work. So your hands can be here, or it can be here like a genie, or it can be up. And then you can balance and do some balance work. Or you can just do little ones right there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So we can do the same thing on the other side. Whether we use the hands, prayer hands, or that, then we can lean from the hips or hinge on the hips, or we can just do the smaller one where we just do the leg one. We don't hinge. We just make sure we keep the pelvis stable, the spine stable, the scapula stable as we move the leg. And once we are done, we come back and we can do, actually we can do another balance. And the hands are your preference. Make sure your feet are forward, the arches of your feet are up, and we can do circles. Exhale and reverse the circle. So on the exhalation, we do a full circle. And we switch sides. Inhale, toes forward, arches up, toes and heels in the same line, pelvis neutral and stable. And reverse. On the breath out, we are doing the full circle. And stand parallel. And we do a nice stretch here for the back. So we hinge from the hip again, bring our chest to our thighs, and relax your head down and shoulders down. Little stretch for the back, the hips here. To add a stretch for the hamstring, we send the sits bones up. Now extend this right leg back, and we do a nice hip stretch. Front of the hip. And if we want to stretch the hamstring, we lift the hip and extend this knee. And we can switch. So this leg back. So we are stretching the front of the thigh, the front of the hip. And once we stretch this front leg, we are also stretching the hamstring back here. We can come back forward to that forward bend. And if we really bend the knees, you stretch the back of the calves here, the soleus especially, soleus muscle. And then we keep that nice hinge on the hip to come back up. We take a deep breath, go up on the tippy toes, ball and outer blades, bend the knees. One more time. Up on the tippy toes, ball the foot, outer blades, bend the knees. That, as you see, realigns your spine and it gives you awareness of your toes, ball, outer blades, where we should be standing most of the time. Thanks for watching.